Hey chat, how are you? Ladies, gentlemen, programs, users, and gentlefolk, it's Friday. The end of the week is here. End of the first week of December. And we're also 1 week closer to Christmas. That's right, we're getting there. Ladies, gentlemen, programs, users, and gentlefolk, that's right, I'm cooking. We're cooking over here. The arcade is open. Hi, I'm Scott. Welcome into the arcade. Don't mind me as I have to have a heat pad. One blower, one sucker. I mean, what? It is the weekend, and I'm dealing with a little bit of discomfort right now. My lower back and my hips, so I've got the heat on my hips. 3-stream streak. Well, there you go. See, Nuts, listen, Nuts Life is streaking in chat right now. Anyway, I will make it more. You will make it more. Well, if you want to help make it more, we got some new goals. As you can see, there it is. That's right, soundproofing your Christmas. One of two. The Vavor sound dampening blankets to help alleviate the sound issue that we've got here. It's actually it's two of them plus a couple of extra things to help mount them and put them up. Yo, Casper, hello. La 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 la, you can't hear me. You will make it more. Don't. So yeah, here's the thing. If I'm gonna get the sound dampening stuff, as much as I love Throne, I think the reason that I have this set up over here as a goal is because it's cheaper for me to order them directly from Amazon myself than it is for it to be on the Throne wish list. Like $100 cheaper. So, you know, so I'll put, yeah. So the thing is though, is I find it's strange with Throne. The markup isn't on everything. I'm sorry that your head still hurts. Sorry to hear that your head still hurts. That sucks. My lower back, so my stenosis has been acting up since last night. My lower back and my hips are bothering me right now, so. Yeah, exactly. Like the coffee stuff that you guys send through Throne, it's fantastic, right? You know, some of the bigger items, they have direct partnerships where it is actually quite obviously a better deal, but you know. Oh, or you're in a hello Audi. Exactly, much like the mics. It was what was it, like $90 cheaper to order the mics direct from Amazon for the wireless Komicas, and they work great. Which again, we have those and Mom and I can use those because of you guys. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, no, the mic would have been a ripoff otherwise, right? So it wouldn't have been a ripoff. It still would have been, it still would have had value. It's just, right? Oh. Yeah, between the Twitch Gold ripoff plus the Throne ripoff is basically paid itself. I mean, yeah, no. Twitch Gold. We're robbing the gold from Twitch, chat. Okay, so this is going to be the last day for Nordic Horizons for us. Yeah. Same cash out of Pocky in 12 months from me. Yeah. Complaining is the wrong. Wait, what? I don't remember what your question was, your earlier question. Wait, what? Wait, I didn't. Is Mom still complaining due to the noise? Maybe complaining through. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, the thing is though, is the problem is the noise does carry. So it's going to be a consistent issue. It has to be dealt with. Once it's dealt with, then it's no longer an issue, right? Like blankets, hanging a blanket in the stairwell isn't enough. It's not going to do the job that needs to be done, right? So I actually have to fully and properly sound dampen the space so that the sound isn't carrying up the stairs. Also, well, exactly, right? So, but using like down underneath, as you can see, like the Vavor sound dampening blankets, they actually have hooks so you can hang them properly. So they've got the grommets and in the loops to properly hang them, and then you can move them out of the way, right? Like you can slide them along a rail and, you know, along a curtain rod and get them out of the way. Definitely a much better way to do it. Hanging again, right? Hanging blankets, yeah, like Slider said, right? Like when you're 15 years old, hanging a blanket in a stairwell, great idea. As a grown-ass adult who owns the home that they're living in, no, that's a terrible solution. It's temporary. So I'm hoping. So this encompasses the sound dampening blanket, which is technically it's hung as a curtain, and it's used for, like, you can hang it over a door or whatever too, but it also the hanging, like the industrial curtain rod and the ceiling plates for the network cables and stuff like that. So it's like it's not just that, it's a couple of things all sort of lumped into one. So that's the next goal, to help drop the, like, I got the stuff for the healthcare things all handled. The man named Jane, what? So now it's in some of the Christmas stuff for the kids. The 14th, Eliza and I are actually heading up to Goderich to go visit the girls, drop something off. Oh, right. Saturday. Okay, I remember her. The lady from Third Rock from the Sun and SNL. Yeah, I remember her. Yeah, Coneheads. Oh my God, she was freaking hilarious. So funny. Her and John Lithgow together. Oh my God, so good. Third Rock was such a great show. Top 5, yeah, exactly. Top 5 funniest people. Absolutely. Would 100% concur. So yeah, if you're wondering, this is just a heating pad, and it's just across the top my hips, because my hips and my basically what's happening is I've been doing squats to help open up my hips and my lower spine, but the problem is spinal stenosis likes to fight against that. And when my lower back and my tailbone feel like they're cold and freezing, and they're sore, it's heating pad time, you know what I mean? Anyway, all right, there we go. 10 years to some quality stem cell injections down there. I'm working on it. I'm hanging in. It's tough, man. It's freaking tough, bro. All right. I'm hanging tough. We're fine. I'll take the ticket if I take it. I had impingements on both sides of my hips. Makes it feel the same way until they did surgery on both sides. So the thing, we're already doing it, but the spine needs some practice. Well, and that's exactly it, right? Like, and that's what I'm doing. Is it's like I'm already doing all of the physio stuff that I need to do to help open things up. It's just today is one of those days where I'm feeling it more than I normally would. Lazy J1, welcome on in. How are you doing? Like the thing about it is, it's not so much that I have impingements. It's just my normal range of motion has been reduced. So now I'm going through the process of, you know, doing deep squats daily and trying to open everything up properly so that I don't have problems where I have to do surgery. Frightful. Thanks for the prime resub. By the way, dude, I hope you're not planning on upgrading your PC any fucking time soon. Holy shit, chat. Did you see the price of... Y'all were here yesterday when we were checking the price of RAM, but that shit is 64 gig of RAM is $1,200. Fucking what? What the... I know. What the fuck, man? 200% price increase since September. Bullshit. And here, both you and I were probably thinking, oh yeah, 2026, we'll upgrade our PCs, no problem. Not a fucking chance. It's not happening now. It's cheaper to buy a freaking pre-built. Oh no, it is definitely only going to get worse. Now, here's the thing though, is Micron only held about 32% of the overall consumer market anyway. So I don't know how that's going to affect things, but I guess we'll see, right? At this point, pre-built might be the only way of getting into a current generation Ryzen build, and just move some of my existing components over, like the graphics card and everything. Yeah, you've got 128 gig of RAM in yours, didn't you? Surgery was last resort. However, my tailbone would pop in the... See, so that's something... So Lazy Day, that's something I don't have a problem with, is my tailbone popping. So I don't have an issue with the coccyx per se, but I do have spinal stenosis in the lower third of my, like, thoracic region. So it's like, it's pretty bad. A lot of years of wear and tear. I've done some pretty dumb shit to my body, so, you know. I don't regret a single one of the things that I've done. Don't regret any of it. Would do it again in a fucking heartbeat. No regrets, chat. I have zero regrets. Zero regrets. Hamar! You know what? Let's go to Norway. Let's take the Mobile Crusher. Oh, fuck. I don't have a... I am not upgrading that truck. I don't have that kind of money. I ain't rich. We ain't trucker rich yet. Helsinki. No. Buy in bulk and money usually not the deciding factor. I mean... All sales will move into commercial buyers. Fuck, I hope... The thing is, though, is if SK Hynix and Samsung Electronics move over to commercial, that fucks everything. That fucks your phones. It fucks all your mobile devices, your laptops, your freaking tablets. It fucks everything for freaking iPhones. It fucks video game consoles. It fucks your smart TVs and all your other smart devices. It completely screws the entire industry, like the entire commercial freaking, or sorry, consumer electronics market. Everything. But the thing is, though, is you are literally going to make it so nobody can do, you can't buy any consumer electronics at all. Like, no consumer electronics. Hear what I am saying. No more new cell phones. No more new freaking laptops. No more new tablets. No more new smart TVs. No more freaking smart devices at all. Nothing. So what good are the servers going to do if nobody can have a device to be online with because nobody's producing anything new? You're literally biting your nose off to spite your own face. The thing is, though, is servers have no purpose if there is no base to use the server technology. You literally and intentionally end up killing your own business model by doing just that. Because who's going to use it? It's all going to be intercorporate. But then there's nobody to buy a consumer product because there is no consumer product. The thing is though, is that there's no data centers. Like the data centers have zero purpose if there's nobody to give them data to crunch or to store or to hold, right? That's my point. It is so short-sighted. It is, to coin a term, it is incredibly short-sighted and incredibly irresponsible. It's short-sighted and irresponsible. We could, you know what? Let's go to Bergen. Maybe. It's very short-sighted business-wise. Fatalist view of the end times. I do think it's a waste of money and resources. Everything has a top end where a bubble bursts. It's not fatalist, it's realistic. Who's going to have the money to be able to create fabs? Everybody's going to want to create fabs for data center. Nobody's going to want to create fabs for consumer. And then we're going to end up with, and anybody who does, we're going to end up with a below grade consumer electronic market that nobody's going to want to invest money into. Because it's junk. We're better off just sticking with the old ass shit that we've got. No, I mean the capitalistic mindset, short-term mindset of this is a bubble that will burst. And all of these motherfuckers and all of these shareholders are going to lose their shirts because they're too short-sighted. They want immediate 30% quarter-over-quarter freaking returns. Otherwise, we're going to bring in a new CEO. One's gone on Friday, new one's in on Monday. Because they have more rights than you or I as a consumer. How is that right? That is, I'm sorry, investment used to be gambling. You were never, originally investment had zero guarantee on return. And shareholders did not have a legal leg to stand on up until the mid 80s. It's absurd. It is absurdity. Anyway, this just drives home the point. Everybody is so invested on AI and they're willing to literally burn the world and burn everyone just to make a buck. And there is no morals or ethics in it. And this is the problem. We got away from ethical business. Oh, I know your stance on LLM. I know. Well, in a way, it is a very strange way of, it's a very strange form of FOMO, I guess you could say. Yeah, exactly. They wrote new legislation to cut. Yeah, back in the late 80s, early 90s, legislation was written to protect investors at the cost of the consumer. Oh no, it is 100% FOMO. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. That's not necessarily a good thing though, right? Like, again, everything has a everything eventually will bottom out. Like, everything has a bottom end. Where in the hell? There it is. Okay, there's our load. Found it. That's a mobile stacker? I mean, that's kind of cool. Oh my God. All right. Oh, my body is physically unhappy today. Holy crap. That makes me grumpy. Makes me moody. I was on a data center site, Louisiana, 1 mile wide, 5 miles long. The amount of equipment on site was crazy. I believe it. I believe it. Hey, API, make sure you're all drinking water. I do drink water. I always drink water. Hey, API, how are you doing? Welcome back on in.
Execute Order 66.
No, Badger. Yeah, stacks aggregate. Yep. It's just a mobile conveyor. Yep. Articulated. Yeah, or crush. Yep. Literally just move it around and it extends out, and it's just a conveyor, a mobile conveyor belt. Just tracked and movable. Very cool. Doing good. Just got on lunch programming some more of my nice. I think for 2026 I might spend some time. I'm gonna have to look. I'm looking to invest in myself educationally. I might actually take like put some money, start putting some money aside, and take a course through boot.dev. Learn some Python or something. Probably Python, actually, I think. Python is one of the languages I'm just not great with. Yep, minus 40, 32 feels like minus 42, and you can keep it, sir. Yeah, no, I'm positive I don't want to take part in any of that weather, man. You can keep all of it. I want no part of that bullshit. 1920 oil baron FOMO, right? 1849 gold rush FOMO, yeah. Because everybody wants to be a fucking millionaire or billionaire in this place. Thankfully, I'm only here for coverage. I'm going home Sunday. Nice. I'm glad, like, it sounds good that you're only there temporarily, thank God. I'll make it. Spanish gold FOMO, yeah. South African diamond and ruby FOMO, yeah. English tea FOMO, China opium war FOMO, yeah. I think it's strange how human greed, yeah, Cortez, the greed, man. Greed does strange things to humans, right? Spice trade, fine in the Americas, yeah. The fur trade. The European fur FOMO. Spice Road FOMO. And there we go. The old Hudson Bay Company. And it was all filled. Yeah, fur trade was crazy. But the thing is, though, is no, it's not so much fatalistic. But the problem is that you end up with entire industries that end up crumbling. And yeah, that's not necessarily always a bad thing. But you then again have a very, very small minority group that ends up with all of the wealth, and everybody else gets fucked, and shit gets too expensive for anybody to afford. I mean, here's the thing. In my case, I can take part in some, in some, a little bit of hunting and clubbing. Cyberpunk, yeah. I see. I still like. You know what? We're just gonna cut across here. I don't have time for this crap. We're just, yeah, screw this. It's all paving stone anyway, so we're just gonna cut across, okay? There's nobody here to notice. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin FOMO. Yeah, it's all the same. It's not a new trait, but the problem is I think it's different reading about it than living it. When you're living through it and you can see it firsthand and you are, educated and, slightly moral and ethical in how you try to live life, it's frustrating to watch. I had a coworker in 2008 that was talking about Bitcoin. He was farming it at that point. Already had a couple. I made fun of it. Yeah. But the thing is, though, is like, I had Bitcoin too. I had farmed a whole bunch of it, and then a house fire wiped out the drives I had the stuff stored on. So what do? There was the data was held on hard drives, separate drives. All that data gone. He might have, but the thing is, though, is it could have when it initially like hit its first 1,000, he might have sold it too. Oh, it wasn't that it was a chance that I'm like, I know I'm not dwelling on the fact that I had it because I did it and I had it. It was lost in a fire. What can you do? Like, I lost the drives that data was stored on. What do you do? Because here's the thing is, initially I had mined that before cryptocurrency wallets were even a fucking thing. I remember when Bitcoin hit, $1,000 a coin, and I held on to it, right? I held on to it. I remember when it hit the first 50, the first 100, the first 1,000, and I held on to it. And then, it dropped down a little bit. It went quiet for a while, and then it came back up, and then the house fire wiped everything out, and that's the thing. It was supposed to be currency. It's not really a currency. I'll be honest. Bitcoin is not what I do not classify Bitcoin as a currency. And the other crazy part is in order for you to functionally use it as a currency, it has to be exchanged into real world money that you can then use in the world today. Cryptocurrency is never going to be mainstream because everybody's like, oh yeah, it's decentralized, right? Which means no regulations. It's like, no, that's not at all what it means. And you're right, it is absolutely far too volatile. Yeah, it's supposed to be the backbone of humanity, decentralized, right? Writes the banks out, untraceable. Well, we all know that that's all bullshit. Yet, well, that's exactly it. No regulations is absolute BS. There isn't a currency on this planet that you can have and that you can trade in that doesn't have regulations behind it. There's a reason. No, cryptocurrency is never going to replace the current global monetary systems. It won't replace cash, yeah. It's never, exactly, it's never happening. Here's the thing. Number one, that would, in order for a cryptocurrency to actually take over and replace cash, it would require the entire world to be on board and generate a currency, a global currency that everyone used and had the same value everywhere. It's not gonna fucking happen. Exactly. It's not happening. Because in order for a system like that to work, you would literally have to eliminate every single country's existing debt and start the economic system fresh. Globally. Do you think countries are going to put up a hell no? That's not going to happen. Are you fucking, we can't, yeah, exactly. We can't even agree the flu was bad. Yeah, exactly. Right? Exactly. Abso-freaking-lutely. Yeah, and that's like that's where the craziness comes in, right? Like, yeah, few million died to a strong influenza, and we couldn't even come to a partial consensus. Exactly. Exactly. Where is this game? Europe. Lillian. Right now, we're in Sweden. We're heading over across to Norway. It's Finland, Russia. Like, we got a little bit of Russia, not much, right? And then we've got like Latvia, Lithuania, Kaliningrad, Poland, right? Like this is all of Europe. The UK, right? France, Spain, Portugal, Italy, Greece, right? Austria, Czech Republic, Hungary, right? Slovakia, Romania, all the way down into Turkey, right? Yet Euro Truck Simulator 2 is Europe. Most of Europe. And that is the issue. Here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. I love me a good hero story, you know, alien invasion kind of thing where humanity shows its best. But let's be honest and realistic and truthful with each other. That kind of a scenario, like an Independence Day scenario, not crapping. It's not happening. Humanity will not band together even to save its own ass from an alien invasion. It will not fucking happen. If you don't know who, I know who Satoshi is. Yep. You talk about Bitcoin as a currency, then I don't know where to go. He holds 128 billion in Bitcoin right now. The moment he begins to sell, the moment he begins to sell, Bitcoin melts, right? He is the rudder. Nope, Satoshi is 100% the rudder. Agreed. Agreed. That's part of, wait, what? So, API, algorithmic, they just released Nordic Horizons for Euro Truck Simulator 2 last week on Thursday, and they just released the State of Louisiana for American Truck Simulator yesterday. Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. He made Bitcoin. Owns huge chunks of it. Nobody knows who he is, right? He can dump it at any time and put it into free fall. He can, yeah. Exactly, just for fun. Because he's fucking loaded. And I have no life. Casper's like, I have no life. Tracking those to ETS. Yeah, Euro Truck is getting coaches, right? And American Truck, here's the thing. American Truck is getting Road Trip. No, he could break his own fake money. 128 billion. If he started selling his own coin, the entirety of Bitcoin would fall apart and people would lose hundreds of millions of dollars. Yep, that's the official cars, but there's also a specific game mode for a road trip that is completely different aside from crypto, maybe more like crypto. Like he could that's the thing though, is he could legitimately melt his own cryptocurrency just for the fun of it if he wanted to. He is Bitcoin. He's the one who developed it. Yeah. Mock others how you want. He is the guy. It's true. Like, listen, I have nothing against him for, you know, and by the way, just so we're clear, nobody here is a crypto bro, so don't worry. We're not going to be like, yeah, man, cryptocurrency is the best thing in the world. Yeah, man, invest all your money in cryptocurrency. It's going to be the greatest. No. Yep. Yeah, he put in zero other than the R&D. Exactly. He put in the R&D. He did the work that everybody else is now piggybacking. No, Slider is not a crypto bro, as far as I know. Nope. I'm definitely not a crypto bro. Here's the thing. Blockchain as a technology has fantastic ramifications, right? Great technology. It's the implementation of that technology that is the fucking problem, like all things. Yeah, crypto, no, crypto, NFTs, that's all bullshit. It's all a rug pull. Married into it and very good friends with my advisors. Yeah, because your wife is a financial advisor, isn't she? Oh, we're doing 80 and a 6. Oh, we're getting oops, we're getting a little spicy in here. I'm the first one to admit I've mined some of my own coin and stuff in the past, but I'm not sitting on millions, I can tell you that. So here's the thing about cryptocurrency specifically, whether it's somebody who invented like like the digital wallet or whatever. The crazy part is the people who create this technology generally don't use it and won't let their families use it. Same with social media. Because they know what it is. They fucking know what it is. I put loads into crypto. Then it takes a nosedive and they lose it. I'm glad. Yeah, exactly. Don't take the risk. Don't. My buddy tripled his money on crypto. Adorable. Yeah, adorable. They're trying to listen. What they're trying to do is they're trying to fund a rug pull. Let's be honest. It's a fucking rug pull. It's bullshit. Well, that's the thing. Have you ever noticed how a lot of these people who have created digital platforms, whether it be Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, a lot of these people who the engineers who created this stuff initially will not use it themselves, and it goes the same for crypto, goes the same for the wallets, all of this stuff, and they don't let their families use it either. They tell their families not to use it. That should tell you everything you need to know. Because they've designed a system that is built to prey on those who don't see it. Yeah, exactly. They know the inside. They know how it's built. They know what it's built for. They know what its purpose is. And they want no part of it. They're just building it. They know how it's going to be implemented. They just built it. You know why? Because they wanted to get paid. the age-old "if you build it, they will come" idea. I was hacked and lost my wallet. How do I get it back? Yeah, I've seen those posts in Reddit. I'm like, sucks to suck, I guess. Oh, shame you lost all your cryptocurrency. Shame about that. It sucks to suck. Why isn't this regulated? Laughs harder. Exactly. Because none of the crypto bros actually want regulation, but they want regulation to protect their money. But the whole idea was it was supposed to be decentralized, meaning unregulated, which meant it was easier for people to fucking rob you. You had no protections in place. And the only people who had any kind of protection were those who actually mined their own coins, because they didn't have any physical money put into purchasing this stuff. They want to send money anonymously and without taxes, but they want the guarantee of the FDIC, exactly, right? Yeah, you can't have one without you can't have your cake and eat it too. This is literally proof of you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't. And I'll be honest, any financial advisor that tells you to invest in crypto needs to not be a financial advisor. That should never be the play, even if you're spreading cash out. It should never. Cryptocurrency should not even be on the plate as an option. My advisor laughs at it when I tell him what I told him here. Yeah, right. No wonder the market is so frothy. Yeah. It's blames Bitcoin, not AI. Well, I think there's a little bit of everything in there. Yeah. He blames the Bitcoin profits being rolled in, not the AI. But the guy in the Lambo who's wearing a house on his wrist said I should invest now. No, I believe he's a smart guy. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not saying he's not. But yeah, listen, I no doxing. No doxing. Thanks for coming in, chat. Appreciate all of you for being here. Really and truly. Thank you. I believe it. I believe it. But his list, jaw drop. I believe it. He has a cool course too. That's only 5K. Yeah, it wasn't the cryptocurrency he made his money on, right? Yes, because it was that $5,000 course that he suckered people into buying. Yeah, so did Wolf of Wall Street, yeah. If I pull my cat's college fund and use it for that, I can 10x it. Nice. I see the joke here. I get it. I get it, Tech. And I appreciate it. I appreciate the meme. I really truly do. I love a good giggle. Man, this seriously, like this is freaking pretty up here, man. My parents have been buying authentic cookware made in Japan, have been sending some to me. Nice. Yeah, proper one-sided blades. Oh my god, dude. Worth every penny too, though, right? Right, Slider? Worth every penny. One piece forged. Yep, there it is. Exactly. One piece forged. Okay. Oh. Okay. Wood is fun, but over years it takes a toll. It does. It does. It's true. It is very true. Wood does take a toll over the years. The worst part is like nowadays a lot of these knife sets is just cheap stainless steel with fucking plastic handles, man. And you're still paying $200 for the goddamn set. It's like, why? Almost makes me wish I had 10 acres of land somewhere with a bush lot on the back. I'd build my own fucking forge, make my own shit. Yeah, left on counter, soaks up a tad. Yeah, right. Wife doesn't take as much care as I. Soaks up a tad. Ankles were meant, yeah, exact, yes. If you had a set of ankles, it did used to mean something. Holy shit. I remember having a set of Hankels. Oh my god, best fucking knives ever. And they were, not only were they the best knives, but they were beautiful. Big old chonky wooden block, right? Nice proper piece of steel to sharpen with. Ooh. God damn, it's so good. Yeah, exactly, quality. But here's the thing. You buy a set of Hankels now, the quality that you would have found 15, 20 years ago doesn't exist. Absolute garbage. They're like a weird plastic composite freaking handle. You know, it's cheap ass stainless steel. Like it's terrible, man. No, you're right. 2008 did take us all down. It's true. You're right. So this is going to be the final day for Nordic Horizons, which means it's going to be the final day for Euro Truck Simulator 2 for 2025. Next week, starting on Monday, we're going to be jumping into American Truck Simulator. We're going to start into driving around Louisiana. Matrix 90s, Peak Humanity. Yeah. Yeah. It kind of fucking nailed it, right? It's terrifying. It is actually scary how on the nose the Wachowskis were with the Matrix. Fuck, man. Hammer! You play any flight sims? DCS World, Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, and Star Citizen. I do not own Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 because I can't justify $169 to buy it. Also because I tend to, recently I've not spent a lot of time with flight sims only because part of the equipment that I'm using is loaned equipment. It is borrowed. So I don't want to be, you know, like doing something that could potentially wreck, you know, my friend's throttle and pedals. Tori Hanzo set used to mean something. Layers of shit we go through now. Yeah. So I would like to spend more time in flight sims, but I avoid a lot of long, lengthy sessions with flight stuff now, just purely because the only part of the equipment that I currently own myself is my flight stick, is my VKB flight stick. And it comes back to, like, while I would like that to change, I would like to be able to, you know, ow. Layers of shit, stage name. Also compost. Christ. I don't see that happening anytime in the near future because I've got other responsibilities that have to come first. Like some better sound dampening, as why we have the what's going on down below me with the tip school. Yeah, no, the old starter jackets, yeah. No, they were fantastic. They're freaking great, man. Unfortunately, while I do have a lot of time into DCS World, I have not actually spent any time in the last year in DCS. And again, it was because when I was able to replace my flight stick with the VKB flight stick that, I've mounted back here. But when my throttle and pedals died and I was using my at the time, my roommates, it was just one of those, I stopped with all of that just because I didn't want to run the risk of breaking his stuff. I didn't want to put all the, like, a ridiculous amount of wear and tear on his stuff and run the risk of breaking it. So, because, again, it wasn't mine. He was kind enough to loan it to me and let me use it. So I don't want to take advantage of that and end up breaking something that currently I do not have the funds to replace. It's also the same reason why I didn't really mess around with his Moza R5 wheel setup a whole lot either. Because again, if something happened and it got broken when I was using it, that is on me. And I do not have the funds to replace an entire freaking Moza racing wheel. So if mine breaks, right? It's got a few thousand hours of use in it. It breaks. His, I'm not breaking it, right? It's just a thing I have. As itchy as it made my hands to want to try it out, it was like, not mine. I'm not doing it. Just because, unless, listen, Moza, if you're listening, listen, you want to hit your boy up and provide me with like an R5 or an R9, I'm not going to say no, okay? You want to provide me with one of your sweet new force feedback flight sticks? I won't say no to that either. No. I'm just saying. I will shill for free equipment for Moza. I own it. I will shill for free equipment for Moza. Are we? No, I'm not actually speeding. Surprisingly, I thought I was speeding through here. Man, they really knocked this one out of the park, chat. Oh. Whoa. Yeah, they really did knock this out of the park. I'm not gonna lie. knocked it out of the park. But no, you're right. The old starter jackets, yeah. I had one of those. They were basically like winter coats. Even Levi's denim jackets back in the like the 90s. Back when having, you know, a Puma tracksuit or, Adidas, Adidas sweats, right? It was high quality. Yeah. The mid 90s to early 2000s, everything was still quality, and now it's all just mass produced shit. It's like, what happened? What happened? And it's mass produced, overpriced shit. All right, so I think we're getting pretty close here. Not really. We're gonna have to stop. We're gonna have to find a rest stop here. Yeah, kids don't care. They don't know. When angry, they send Insta DM and wonder why they don't hear. So I sent a DM and never heard back. Well, that's the thing though. Like, okay, so my kids, they can here's the thing. So they can DM, like, say they DM me, right? They know that sometimes they won't get a response for a couple of hours, and they're okay with that, right? They're okay. But I see what you mean. Like, I DM'd the company. I DM'd, the company page, and I didn't hear anything back. It's like, yeah, that's not the appropriate channel to go through to complain about the product. Yeah, DM, yeah, right? Yeah, DMing fathers is fine, right? DMing, yeah, I mean, no, they expect that though. Yeah, you're not getting, that's not the appropriate way to get a response. There are channels. They have support channels that you are to contact through. You don't contact the CEO unless you have a, first name basis relationship with that human being. Don't contact them. It ain't happening. And the thing is, generally, a lot of those professional pages or professional freaking profiles are not handled by the actual person anyways. They have a fucking assistant that's doing that shit. Yeah, it is kind of crazy though. A lot of companies do support through Instagram and X. What the hell? Like, yeah, outrage. Yeah, the outrage tier. Yeah, which I'll be honest, never really made a whole lot of sense to me. By the way, we are in some beautiful territory that we can't see right now because it's dark. So I'm gonna see, where are we, and do. How is there? Oh my God, there. Okay, well, we've. That's where we're stopping apparently. Holy crap. That's where we're stopping, chat. All right, we're going. There we go. I passed them on the uphill. This is it, yeah. Twitch and probably YouTube. It's funny though, there are a lot of people that would classify Twitch as a social media platform. I don't know if you guys noticed, but that is actually a bus stop there. It's past. No, I know. No, I'm not saying it is that Twitch is a social media platform, but there are a lot of people in the world that seem to think that Twitch and YouTube are social media platforms when they're not really. Past the video, yeah, right. Then AOL Instant Messenger or MSN. Who here remembers MSN Messenger? My God, those were the days. Those were the days. Holy crap on a cracker. All right, so, oh my, dude, ICQ, AOL, AIM, right? MSN, right? Yeah, Trillion did them all, exactly, right? Yeah, Trillion. Oh my God, I remember Trillion, dude. Holy shit. I don't miss MSN. I don't miss any of that shit. Discord replaced everything. Yeah, Trillion? Dude. How is Twitch not a social media platform? That is probably a great conversation to have. Twitch is as much a social media platform as YouTube is. Here's the thing, is you're talking about an experience similar to watching television or a movie, right? Okay, explain to me how YouTube falls under how you think YouTube, exactly, they're entertainment platforms. They're not social media platforms. X, Instagram, Facebook, those are social media platforms. Twitch and YouTube, Kick, right? Stuff like that fall under entertainment platforms. Passive movie platform, right? Yeah, exactly. That tried to add chat to compete. Yeah, but here's the thing though. It is not socially interactive in how it's not interactive in the same respect to how Facebook or X or Instagram or TikTok is. It is traditionally a live experience, similar. Think of it as sitting in a room with your friends watching a live broadcast. And even YouTube themselves state that they are a video entertainment platform. Yes, you can. But what does a platform like Facebook or Instagram have that Twitch and YouTube don't? Think about that. What do those platforms have that Twitch and YouTube don't? Do you have a list of your friends showing up on a main feed that show you everything that they've posted? Can you click on individual people and see everything that they've posted? Can you see the sharing of pictures of their families? You know, comments that other people within their friend groups have made. Networking, personal work, exactly. Yeah. Even TikTok actually dabbles with some of that stuff. Twitch and YouTube don't. When I log into my Twitch account through my browser, or like, I don't have my homepage that comes up that shows me everything that my friends have posted, that my family members have posted. They're not sharing photos around or little funny memes, right? This is predominantly a video delivery system. The only difference between this and, say, Netflix or Prime is that you can actively chat with the person who's broadcasting and the other people watching. That's the closest thing that you would have to it being a social media platform. Same with YouTube, right? This is a dumb argument? I didn't think it was an argument. I thought it was a conversation. You overthink my caring of what you all think. Yeah, that's true too. I think there's that. There is so much missing from both Twitch and YouTube and even TikTok as platforms that make it far removed from a social media platform, similar to how X operates, or Instagram, or Facebook. Well, and that's exactly it, right? Yeah, exactly. Right? It's a discussion. It's not an argument. I wasn't arguing. I was like, literally, it is quite literally a discussion, I feel. At least I thought it was a discussion. Hey, chat, if you're hungry, look, there's where I need fuel. Or rather, we need fuel. We're down to half a tank. I would rather not drive on without any more fuel in. I had looked at Kick, and I'll be honest, no. A lot of the people that I know that had been multi-streaming over on Kick as well as Twitch and everything, they're getting rid of Kick because it's just, again, it's too toxic. There's too much bullshit, and there you go. That's right. Take my money. Take my goddamn money, you bastard. Take it. Nice Scania. I mean, I had talked about it in the past, but looking at all of the drama that the platform raises, it's like, I don't want any part of that. I don't care that I could potentially make, like, instantly after 3 days on that platform, you know, make 3 times what I make here on Twitch. Again, it comes down to, again, it's a matter of morals. 100% a matter of, like, morals and ethics. I can't in good conscience do it. That's the other thing too. There's no day-to-day news in here. Now, I'm not paying for chat. Y'all get your own goddamn food. If you're hungry, that's on you. Paying for shit. I'm the goddamn cab driver. Cab drivers don't pay. You pay me. That's how that works. Paywalls, True Rider. Paywalls. No, I mean, you don't actively see posts about news. It's not a lie about news. Do you see news networks posting on here? Do you have active posts that you can go and read articles on here like you can on a social media platform? With links and everything else, right? I mean, yeah, that's we're talking about DLC, separate issue. We talk about game-related or technology-related things. Here's the thing. As somebody, myself, I do still use Facebook because it is how I keep in touch with some of my family, you know, some of my friends who are in other parts of the world. That's how we keep in touch with each other, and we share what's going on in our lives. But I know that the one thing I've come to discover about Facebook is, number one, it is probably the worst platform out of all of them for advertising. Holy fuck, is it terrible. And the spread of misinformation and news and everything else is far worse there than it is on a lot of places, right? But here's what I'm saying is that it is not a traditional post like you would find on Facebook. Like, it is, you're going to have to go and watch and then chat. You can't comment and then carry on like a comment barrage with people for weeks on end about it, right? Oh, the advertising over there is bad. It's worse than it is on YouTube or on Twitch, right? I'm not sitting here linking articles on my Twitch page. Like, social media is set up in a very specific manner comparative to what they refer to as a video content platform. Twitch, YouTube, Kick, TikTok are video content platforms, not social media platforms. They are entertainment platforms. Actually, you know what? Depending on what you watch, yeah, YouTube could 100% be an educational platform. Absolutely. Right. There's a lot of phenomenal freaking how-to information on YouTube. Absolutely. There's a lot of rage bait on there too. There's some weird, creepy ass shit. Mind you, we got some weird, creepy ass shit going on Twitch lately too. I still think we need to get the near porn people off of this platform, personally. You want to do that, go to OnlyFans, go to Pornhub or whatever else. You got your platforms. Leave us nerds alone. Let us do our thing, okay? You know, you want to do the rage bait political shit like Hassan? Go elsewhere. Find a fucking platform. Don't bring that shit here. Don't. Like, you know, you want to do like you want to do weird, you know, almost triple X stuff. Go somewhere else. Don't bring this is Twitch. Now, here's the thing about Twitch specifically. Twitch's numbers are going to start reducing for a lot of channels. And the reason being is because a lot of countries are cracking down on people under age 16 watching. YouTube included. I have zero fucking use for Hassan. I think he's a piece of shit as a human being. He is such a toxic piece of shit. Man wouldn't know what to do with himself in the real world. How? What do you mean, how? We're talking about somebody who absolutely weaponizes an entire platform to attack others just because he doesn't fucking like them or doesn't like their opinion. Like, he doxes people in hopes and threatens people in hopes that bad shit happens to them. He's just a fucking mouthpiece. And I hope that one day somebody catches up to him and backhands him into 2018. We're talking about a guy who openly thinks that communism is the way, too. We're talking about somebody who promotes terrorism. Openly promotes terrorists. What the fuck? How is any of that okay? How is any of that okay? Someone who incites bullshit and violence like that should not exist on this platform. They should be deplatformed. They should be demonetized. And he has zero issue with weaponizing his entire freaking community against others just because they disagree with him. I have watched him, Tech. I have watched him. I don't just read articles on him. I have watched him. I've seen it with my own eyes. It's not like I'm sitting here defending someone like Asmongold anyways. There's a whole raft of them in that like freaking rage bait freaking community that are all the same. What do you mean how often? Up until recently, I would pop in and see what the freaking bickering was about at least once or twice a week for a couple of hours. So you can take your fucking opinion and stick it right where the sun doesn't fucking shine. Because you don't fucking know. He's a fucking speed bump. Yeah, I'm fine. No. There was a turning point in 2021 that I absolutely like. Up until 2021, I actually didn't mind the guy. In fact, I had been subscribed to him for a couple of months here and there when I could afford to. 2021, shit changed. Now, I got nothing nice to say about the man. Zero bubkiss. He talks a great game while making millions and inciting people to violence and riling people up and telling them to go dox others and promote, being okay with terrorists doing what they do. There was another one that I used to follow up until recently too, because again, they started doing the same thing. Fuck, I can't remember the channel off the top of my head now. Committee. Fuck, what was the channel now? Mike from PA. Known as Mike from PA. Up until 9 months ago, I had no problem with Mike from PA. No problem with his platform, no problem with the topics he discussed. And then shit got weird and he started inciting violence within his own, like saying, basically telling people to go out and do shit to hurt others. I get a little heated when I feel like I'm being attacked. Okay? And you know what? Potentially, I just realized that in the back of my head, I'm like, and then I'm just acting exactly like the people I'm railing against. And for that, I apologize. I'm sorry, Tech. Here's the crazy part. This just proves something. This just proves something from a psychological standpoint. You start disliking things about certain people because of how they go about talking about issues in the world. And then you start disagreeing with them because you start to realize that they're a little unhinged. They're a little crazy. But then in some weird twisted way, some ironic way, you end up then emulating the same behavior. You end up emulating the same behavior. And we just saw that firsthand. I basically emulated the exact same behavior that I was talking about disliking from these other creators. I did the exact same thing, which makes me a hypocrite. All right, API, thanks for coming in. I appreciate that. Sometimes Twitch Dad can be a little heated. Sometimes I can be a little upset. I can get a little angry. I admit it. And yes, sometimes Twitch Dad can be an asshole. These are some amazingly beautiful looking tunnels. Yeah, we're just don't mind me. We're just driving around in circles. I'm gonna make all of you dizzy, okay? Anyway, yeah. Dad became the very thing he was railing against. And that makes me a hypocrite. What did Automod do? Nutty Trucker? I don't see anything from Automod, by the way, Tech. I'm sorry. I don't see anything from Automod. All right, so we're... Why does it keep doing that? Well, congratulations. Seems to be quite a few people in this community are becoming parents this year. Or next year, anyway. I also like to prod people a lot, which gets those responses, so I'm also an asshole. Okay, so neither one... Okay, let's just agree that neither one of us is perfect. I had to remove the word dick. What? So, both of us have things we need to work on, Tech. Both of us have things we need to work on. You had to remove the word dick. What? Jesus, Automod is... Okay. Is it me? Or does it seem like Automod is getting extra anally retentive recently? Like, it's getting worse week to week. It is grabbing things unnecessarily now. And because it's Twitches, I have no say over how it functions. I can only usually allow or deny, and lately I don't even get that opportunity. Lately, I don't even get the opportunity to allow or deny. I see none of that shit on my chat. Well, Nutty, congratulations. It caught the word dickhead and asshole. Really? So they just police your chat? Yeah, apparently. Yeah, they just police chat for you now. Yeah, that's exactly how it is, Tech. Okay, I need to look in the back end to see if there's a way to turn it off, because it's getting obnoxious, so we can't even have a goddamn conversation. It's absurd. Yeah, Twitch just policing our chat now. Exactly. Exactly what's happening. Just policing our chat. We're almost to Bergen. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Audi. Appreciate that. Okay, I am going to have to grab a short break here momentarily because I need to go and reheat the heating pad. So I can put it on my lower back again. Okay, can we take a moment away from all the aggro and just admire how freaking beautiful this is now? Sweet Jeebus. Man. Okay, chat, can we all just like win the lottery and move to Norway together? Can we do that? I hear the Norwegians are super freaking nice human beings. Okay, looks like we're almost there. All right, we're almost there. Norway, Jose. I'm going to Mexico. I mean, you're going somewhere warm, aren't you? Text like, nah, fuck that snow. I'm going to Mexico. Also, by the way, you can Baja a lot in Mexico, which, you know, I can respect. Little off-road and little desert buggy running. Do some dune hopping. I mean, honestly, it sounds like a pretty good damn time. Oh, yeah. See, exactly. There we go. Off-road heaven. Fuck yeah. I don't know. I feel like you could... I bet you could find some places here that you could do some, like, really nice, like, hill climb stuff. Ooh. The mountain hill climb stuff would be nice, I think. Oh, yeah. See? Tech knows what's what. Little off-road haven. Some dune hopping, you know, a little bit of sand shimmy, you know. Some beach runs. Hell yeah. Build yourself a nice little desert buggy. Ooh. Sounds like a pretty good damn time, honestly. See, here's the reason why I would come to the Scandinavian countries. The fucking healthcare. The healthcare. But all the healthcare. Like across the board healthcare. There we go. Yeah. Danish crown, huh? All that healthcare, baby. Okay, so we're gonna pull in here. I mean, that wasn't too bad. I feel like we got here in relatively decent time. Oh, I see. There we go. All right, now we're good. Got it. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, no crashes. We did it. Okay, I'm gonna go upstairs and heat the heating pad, my lower back. I'm going to turn the truck off first. I'm gonna leave you guys. Oh, whoa! Before we get too far, there we go. Got to turn those off. Jeez, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go stretch. I'm going to go heat the heating pad up a little bit for my lower back, and I will be back in a few moments. All of you get up, stretch, grab yourselves a snack, get something to drink, and I'll meet you back here in a few.